What is good, my people, my peeps? How are you guys doing today, this afternoon? I just wanted to stop in and really tap in on this interview. That's right.
What is good,
Hold
my
on.
people, my peeps? How are you
you,
guys
you
doing
know, I got to check the
today?
audio. We got to make sure it's broadcasting out here. So, yeah, I wanted to tap in real quick on this, I don't know, debacle, I guess you can say. A whole dog on debacle. Okay? If you haven't heard that Tiffany Haddish was recently at it was Fashion Week, and she happened to be invited to a fashion show. Now, on the thumbnail, I had a question. I posed the question: is Tiffany Haddish a sellout? Now when you think about this question, just think about it in general. Okay, not that she's a sellout for the industry. That's not what I'm asking right now. Okay, I'm just a sellout as for her people, aka Black people, a sellout in that aspect. Okay, I want to know what you think. Is she a sellout in regards to her people, or is Tiffany Haddish a victim? Yeah, that's right. That's right. I said it. Is she a victim? Um, you might be like, a victim of what? So I have been watching some people's responses, and they've been harsh. And I can't say, let me put this out there. I don't have a dog in this race when it comes to Tiffany Haddish. I can't say that I've been a fan of Tiffany Haddish. I've seen maybe one of her movies, heard about her coming, through as a stand-up comedian, but I didn't necessarily follow Tiffany Haddish, so I have nothing negative really to say about her. Um, but with this instance, at this New York Fashion Week, where she was sitting front and center with the Hilton family, well, the ladies. Um, I think it was Kathy Hilton, the mother, and you all probably remember Paris Hilton, right? And then I think the younger sister, I can't recall what her name was. But anyway, Paris and they were all chit chatting, and Kathy, the mother, had people are saying she dared Tiffany to walk the runway. Now, Tiffany was not scheduled to walk the runway, but I must say, if I had to say something, she worked that green suit, as you can see in the middle of this picture between I and the Hilton family. She worked that runway, honey, even if she wasn't scheduled to walk it. Now, to crash a runway like that, not scheduled, and was it pure pressure? Was it, or was she cooning? Or was she cooning? Because Tiffany Haddish has been known to be over the top and has been said to her face. I believe it was probably one of the Marlon brothers had told her that it's a reason why she never got booked for a show. Okay, um, and this is when the Marlon brothers were at their height of booking shows, movies, producing movies, and things of that nature. Guys, I'm gonna let you guys look at this video, listen to some people and their thoughts, and I got it from both. I got you both ends of the spectrum. Someone from there's a new term that I'm gonna come back to y'all. We're gonna talk about it. European Americans. I don't know if you guys have heard about that term, European Americans, honey. They done said it. They got a new term, European Americans. Ain't that something? They said. I think it was coined by a Hispanic. I don't know if he was native to Mexico or America, baby, but that's a whole different topic. But so I got a white person, and I got a Black person's opinion. I listen to them. That's why they're going to be in the video when I get ready to play it. And yeah, after you look at the video, if you haven't seen it, if you do know the debacle that took place where Tiffany crashed this runway, is she a sellout? Was she cooning, or is she just a victim? I'm gonna go ahead and let me bring Tiffany down. We'll bring you back up, girl, because I just had to show the outfit, she wore when she crashed this dog on runway. But let's see. I'm gonna play this video, and y'all let me know what you think. We're gonna discuss it after this.
Right now, you go down and tell this photographer, do it now, right now, do it, wait, yes, now, there's nothing going on.
In the middle of her ending, and I was like, did we do something wrong? And then everyone was like, Tiffany, she destroyed everyone with laughter.
We did the whole walk. I walked the whole thing. I almost went down the stairs, and I walked around to my seat when I was sitting down, into my seat like I wasn't doing anything.
I knew I made a mistake when I put the two of you together in the seats.
Love that.
I mean,
A danger.
first of all, the Haddish
First of all,
with the Hilton.
second of all, third
It's
of
gonna
all.
be a problem. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be
We
a
love it.
memorable moment.
Thank
for
you so
everyone.
much for coming.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I hope I get invited again. Because when I got up, no, wait, but when I got up, the man said, wait.
Tiffany Haddish will go down regretting her choice at the New York Fashion Week, the stunt that she did of walking the runway at a show that was not hers to walk. Not because she did it, but why she did it. And I just watched a video, and there was a comment on it regarding this that was saying those Hilton women would have never done this to like Beyonce. And there's a reason for this. When you move into a new town, the vultures, they can pick out the newcomer who needs them. Bullies and mean girls can like spot a pick-me from a mile away. And a pick-me is someone with low self-esteem. When you stand for nothing, you will fall for anything. And that's what happened here. Tiffany Haddish did not have the self-esteem as you would have seen Beyonce in this moment, because first of all, the Hilton people would have never even attempted to ask Beyonce to do this, because they would have felt by her very presence, her very aura would have let the Hiltons know to never ask Beyonce to do this sort of stunt. So I want you to tap into the energy of Beyonce versus the energy of Tiffany Haddish in this moment, and how they victimized Tiffany because she was victimizable. She was a pick-me energy. She was leaning into them for approval. Beyonce would have never leaned into the Hiltons for approval. If anything, they would have leaned into Beyonce for Beyonce's approval. Feel how that feels. Like kind of lean into what I'm saying here. And so if you tend to be someone who is easily victimized, lean into your inner Beyonce, your inner Lady Gaga, and feel how that feels so different than leaning into the like me, love me, I'll do anything to get you to like me, where like Lady Gaga and Beyonce don't have to do that. And find inside of yourself if that lives inside of you, and if that's why you're picking the wrong friends, the wrong career, the wrong experience, etc. Because that exudes from you. You might have the best hair, the best outfit, the best makeup, all of the things. But this energy that you carry around with you is bigger and louder than you are. And in the moment of Tiffany Haddish being victimized by bullies, she came in with a beautiful outfit. She looked stunning, but her energy preceded all of that. It jumped ahead of all of the beauty and success that she's had, because that is who she is inside. She is a victim inside of self. And they picked up on that. And so will everyone around you if you are a victim. And this is what people prey on. This is what, bosses prey on, friends, society preys on. They pick up that like a dog. And the Hiltons picked up on that in Tiffany like a dog. So recognize that in self. Are you walking around in your Beyonce energy, or are you walking around in your victim energy? Because that energy precedes everything that you have going on outside of self. So
everybody's talking about Tiffany Haddish crashing the Monse runway show during New York Fashion Week, and understandably so. But I don't hear nearly enough people talking about the implications this has for the Hiltons and what it says about them. So I'm going to take it upon myself to do it. There is a difference between white people and people who happen to be white. The Hiltons are white people. What do I mean by that? In that moment, the way they were talking, the way Kathy was talking to her specifically was very demanding, very aggressive, suggests that she doesn't look at Tiffany as an equal. She looks at Tiffany as somebody who's there to provide her with a service, that service being entertainment. Tiffany just sitting down side by side with the Hiltons is not where Kathy thinks she should be, subconsciously, psychologically, because that implies that they are peers and that they are equals. One of the symptoms of a white person, not a person who happens to be white, is that they have a strong response mechanism to being in the room with POC, definitely Black people, who are there under the same pretenses, and you're not there to provide them with a service. Even if the service is just to be unnecessarily, aggressively jovial and put them at ease. And as myself, I can speak on my life and say that I've been around both types. I've been around white people and people who happen to be white, and I've been around them across various socioeconomic thresholds. The people who feel the need to be entertained always reveal themselves immediately upon interacting with me, because I don't feel pressured to entertain you. I don't feel pressured to justify why I'm here. Knowing that the odds are not in my favor, I probably have more merit than most of the people in this room to be here. I'm not going to walk around and wear that on my shoulders, but that's the reality of the world that we live in. And I deal with the world as it is, not as it should be. Those white people never liked me. I've never had a white friend, but I've had friends who have happened to be white, because the white people who were in the room with me, I made them incredibly uncomfortable. I didn't feel the need to try and disarm them and get them to like me. I don't care if you like me, because like I said, I'm here on merit. I deserve to be here off the strength. Whether I come in here and I do this with everybody in the room, or if I sit here and I just stare and I take in the environment, either way you slice it and dice it, I deserve to be here. So I'm not going to apologize for that by trying to make you feel better about my presence. That interaction at the Monse show just shows that Kathy, I'm going to single out Kathy because she's the one who did most of the talking. And even though the laughter from her children didn't do them any favors, in my opinion, but I'm going to focus on the person who actually did the talking. That interaction shows me that Kathy does not have, I'm not going to say any Black people, but she doesn't have a significant enough number of Black people in her life that she views as peers and colleagues, never mind friends. Because if she did, she would have never felt comfortable approaching Tiffany Haddish like that in a public place. And Tiffany, unfortunately, is one of those black people and POCs who feels like they have to justify why they are in the same space. I'm not one of those people. And I guarantee you, if Tiffany was not one of those people, Kathy would not like her. Kathy would be very passive aggressive with her. Kathy would have a lot of microaggressions towards her. And why do I feel comfortable saying that with my whole chest? Because that is what white people, not people who happen to be white, have done to me my whole life.
So I wanted you to hear both perspectives from different people who have gone on their platform discussing what took place at Fashion Week with Tiffany Haddish crashing the runway, but prompted now. I don't believe Tiffany Haddish had it in her mind at all uh, that she was going to this fashion show for Fashion Week to crash the runway, to walk the runway. She has, you know, put in her time as far as working on her different crafts, abilities, or whatever, from her stand up to her acting and so on and so forth. So her invitation uh, from that aspect was well deserved. Okay. And so I wanted to incorporate both of these ladies who you just heard at the end because both of them had solid points about Tiffany. The first lady, who happened to be a Caucasian lady, a white lady, made a very good point. I just want to go back and recap what she was saying and why the title on the thumbnail was Tiffany, is she a sellout? Does she not have the energy? Can people feel that from her? Because you hear people that have worked with her say she does too much. You know how someone's trying to get the attention, but they lack it. So they just do a little too much. They go over the top with it. And then she was saying that those ladies, even though that was Kathy Hilton, they over the Hilton hotels, old money, old money. Okay. The mother was telling Tiffany, do it, do it. And I'm going to run the video back because I want you to hear the tone in her voice, the mother's voice, as she's telling Tiffany to go and walk the runway, to crash the runway, to be a puppet, for their entertainment. And the first lady, the Caucasian lady, the European American, the new term that's out there, y'all get used to it. I'm going to bring, we're going to talk about it. The first lady said they would have never asked Beyonce this. Now, I know my people, my peeps, we know the deal about the industry. What I'm trying to get you to understand is the point of views these two different women had to say. That's why I brought one that was a white lady. You heard her point of view, and one that was a black lady, and you heard her point of view. And the white lady was basically backing Tiffany, okay? Saying that the Hiltons, the mother, would have never did that had it been Beyonce sitting there, because Beyonce exudes a different level of energy, commands a different level of respect. That is so true. That is so true, no matter how you slice and dice it. Okay? You can tell people, I tell you, from my own experience, when I step into a room, the atmosphere changes. Okay? You can tell when somebody comes into a room, into a facility, how they carry themselves, that they ain't about the foolishness. Okay? And they're not going to bend and buckle and kowtow and become the step and fetch it of the group. Whether you be a token and the only black person or a token, the only white person in the group, you're not going to be played like you a game, right? It's how you carry yourself. It's what you have in you. That we talk about, that light, that energy, that people, they flock to you. They part like the Red Sea when you walk into a room. They turn and they look at you. You can go to the grocery store, people staring at you. And you wonder to yourself, what the heck they staring at? It's you. This is what the white lady was trying to get you to understand. Tiffany doesn't have that. She has made it to the pinnacle of her career. She might, this might hurt her. Because she was already, how these stars, they rise you up just to cause you to fall. Right? They use these particular people for certain sacrifices, certain things within the industry in and of itself. So that's white lady's perspective. It was all about Tiffany's energy. If you know a little bit of Tiffany's background, she was a orphan, okay, pretty much abandoned as a child, coming through, trying to get her career off, homeless. The stories that the industry loves. Either you come from the ghetto, the hard knock life. If they want to make you a rapper, they love those type of stories. We can do something with this. Oh, she was abandoned. They done wrote that. These people know. I'm not saying everybody who's homeless or who was an orphan or abandoned by their parents don't have that particular energy. Half the time, most of the time, those are the ones who really got that power, that back up off me energy, respect me energy. But some people, they don't get it. It's not there. From being abandoned, feeling neglected, feeling disconnected. Okay? That's the victim aspect of my thumb drive question. What is she a victim? She's a grown woman who doesn't know that she's still yearning for connection. Yearning for connection. Yearning to be included. And it exudes out of her. Although she looks magnificent in this outfit, the self-esteem is simply not there. So to garner in her mind the respect of Kathy Hilton, Paris Hilton, and Paris' sister, pardon me, I do not know her name. I don't follow them like that. I remember Paris when she was with Nicole, when they had a little, series on TV, when she used to talk in that baby talk voice. But other than that, I don't follow the Hiltons like that. But I know of them, right? The Hiltons have been, that's been their life, the runway, the front and center at these events. There's a decorum. There is a certain way that you carry yourself at any event. Any event, there's a certain way. Some places you might go to a nightclub, you can cut loose, dance a little bit, but you're not going to court. Dressed like you just going, you stepping out to go to some hot nightclub, right? It's certain ways you act at certain places. Regardless if you lack that energy, that power, that self-esteem, you should know. You should know. But peer pressure as an adult, that seems to be serious. Because you would have to feel under pressure to get up and do something like this, to take away the shine, mind you, of the person who invited Tiffany to that event, front row center. You took the shine away. They are not talking about who's debuting their fashion line. This is New York Fashion Week. They waited all year, designed their clothes, right? Picked out their models, the facility, everything. Backstage still panicking, because if you ever been at a show and they plan an event, everything, what they say, what's gonna go wrong will go wrong, something to that effect. It is true. You might think a show is pulled off to perfection, but the producers, we got to think quick on our feet. You got to be fast on your feet, baby, because the show backstage is chaotic. Oh yeah. It might look as calm to people walking backstage. They think everything's everything. No, you calling because the stage lights that went out and nobody bothered to check them before the show started. Ain't no quality check. So you on the phone calling folks, having folks climb the rails or rafters because the show must go on. It's showtime, baby. The designer backstage, this is the finale of the show where Tiffany got it. I just need you. I'm trying to get you to understand the weight of what transpired here. The finale of the show, the end of the show, where the designer gets to come out. They send. Let me tell you something. When people don't understand something, they take it and they tend to classify it as nothing, or sometimes people can get very upset because they can take it as an offense. Okay, and I want to give you a for instance, because I used to do fashion shows and things like that. And I did a fashion show. And some of the ladies that I work with were in the fashion show. And there was one particular lady who got it. Coaches, if you're in the building, you know what I'm saying. You know those certain team players, they got it. It's natural. You ain't got to do much, right? Excuse me. You don't have to do much coaching. You spot them a mile away. Oh, they got it. They got the it factor. Show you right. But sometimes that player doesn't know why the coach is being harder on them, right? So just like in any field, I tell you, people can see you got it. Sometimes you think they being harder on you. Are they making you be last? I said that to say this. There was one lady who I put her in several scenes of the fashion show, but I had her walk last. I had the other ladies. It's a particular lineup in a fashion show. The ones that walk last are normally the top models. The ones that walk last at the finale of the fashion show are the top dogs. We're so geared to not understand that just because you come last does not mean that you are last. What is saying in the Bible? The ones that in last will be first. What is it? The God dog it. I y'all know what I'm saying. I'm just trying to get it out to y'all. I just want y'all to understand. This woman was upset with me because she didn't know how things went down on a runway. She didn't know I put her last because she was the best one. She didn't understand that. And the reason why I know that she was pissed off about me having her walk last. It's because I heard her talking about me. I knew she was going to make me last. I knew it. She, yada, yada, yada. I never addressed her. I never went to her and said why. Because hopefully one day, as she matures in life, she'll figure out just because you're last does not mean that you're the worst one. Sometimes it means you're the best. You understand? So this is the end of this night. This creator who has invited Tiffany Haddish, the Hiltons, and I'm sure a plethora of very important and old money to this event. New York Fashion Week. It's like, top-notch event in New York. Baby, I mean, everybody's there. They're going to different fashion shows, and they don't know who might be the next, top designer. So it's time for the doggone designer, creator to walk out. Why would Kathy Hilton, who knows, who has lived this life? This is like every New York Fashion Week, they at somebody's fashion show. And they're probably mad if they don't get invited to particular fashion shows, right? Why would she do that? People always too tend to have ulterior motives. They knew Tiffany would most likely do some foolishness like this. Take away this man's shine, or woman. I don't know who the creator actually is, if it's a man or a woman. Take away their shine, not only because the buzz all across the social media platforms, Twitter, and has been about Tiffany Haddish walking this runway. We have not heard about the designer. We don't know who, I would have to go back. I heard the name of the designer, but did it stick in my head? No. Those people there, Tiffany has stolen the spotlight, baby. And now everybody's all talking about Tiffany Haddish crashing this runway. Tiffany has not even gotten it in her head. I'm going to play this back, and I want you to listen to the mother, Kathy, basically command Tiffany. The pressure's real. Old money, baby. To walk the runway. Not a dare. Girl, I dare you. No, nothing like that. Yeah, nothing like. Do it. You got old money, right? Old white money. Let me just make it plain. Tiffany trying to get in where she fit in, baby. But she forgot Kathy has a complexion for the protection of the collection. Has anybody really said anything about the Hiltons? Oh, this one, the first lady, white lady. But she was more, or the black lady. The black lady that you heard, her angle at the end of this video is more, nobody's addressing the Hiltons. And nobody really is. And will they? No. You won't hear them cancel the Hiltons. Who they gonna keep? Nah. You're gonna hear one or two people with platforms that might got 500,000, people on their platform. But that's not gonna cancel the Hiltons. Right? Not at all. I just wonder what would have motivated Kathy to. They not like buddy. She not hanging out with Tiffany Haddish all the time. What would motivate Kathy to suggest such a inappropriate activity to do? Does she know the designer? Look, these are questions I want to know. This is what I think about. She want to take the shine away from the designer, the designer's moment. Fashion Week don't come. This is not like every day. It's like the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Just come once a year. Did she know the mama of the designer, the cousin, some people, their minds are manipulative, okay? Very much so. So was Tiffany a victim or was she a sellout? Was she a sellout or is she a victim? There's another clip that you're going to see of Tiffany where Tiffany is actually talking at the end of this debacle, right? She's talking to two people. And at the end, she's asking them, she says, I hope, and now pay attention. This is at the end of the runway clip. Listen to the mom, Kathy, her tone, more of a commanding of Tiffany to walk this runway. But Tiffany thinks it's all jokes and it's all fun and games. She thinks it's all cute. She has the camera and she's talking to some people I guess she knows at the end of the fashion show. You see, everybody was laughing and I just walking and she thinks it's a game. This woman probably has blacklisted herself from all Fashion Week events. She says, well, I hope, this is Tiffany, when she's talking, doing her little selfie, I guess live stream on her own phone. She's telling the people, I hope they'll invite me next year. Now, first, this couple, it's a male and a female. They look kind of Asian, maybe white, I don't know. They laughing and giggling with her. Making her and I think the man even says they were laughing at you. Not with you, at you. But he's laughing and she's not, it's not clicking. It's not clicking. But when she says, I hope they invite me back next year, they get ready to turn away and walk away. And then Tiffany's like, wait, I hope they invite. And the guy says, oh, okay, bye. He hurry up, he want to get off the camera now. Oh, he don't want to back her now. It's funny how people don't want to back you because of you know, especially if you got the receipt. He might know somebody that knows somebody. Typically say, well, so-and-so, they said that, yeah, they'll invite you next year. No, he hurried up and got out the camera view. Yeah, he was there laughing and giggling with her. What's up, Eric? Laughing and giggling with her, but hurried up and got out the camera view, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all see. I'm gonna run this doggone video back. Y'all pay attention. We're gonna run this back. We'll pause it. Because we about to chop up this video. Because when you think about what's going on, when you know about her background coming up. Now let me tell you something. I don't want to hear, oh, she's an adult. People still wrestle with childhood effects on their life. Trauma. She hasn't healed the little girl inside. She's still searching for approval. Like I said, I don't want y'all to think, oh, you Tiffany. No, I'm not a fan. I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm just looking at it in a whole, okay, not partially. Let me run this back. I want you to listen to how the mom is saying it. This is old money, y'all. This lady in the black, all black, that's Kathy Hilton, the mama of the Hilton franchise, brand, mogul, old money. Paris is in the middle with the gray on, black stocking. And Paris's sister, I think her name is Nicole, matter of fact, now that I think about it, sitting beside. Listen to how the mom is talking, pretty much commanding. Not a, I dare you. But get up, do it right now. Listen. She wanted her to wave her hand. Hold on. She wanted her to do the chopper wave like she was in the club. Kathy, what you been watching? We ain't did no chopper wave since but what was that doggone song? When them folks was waving their t-shirts over their head. We ain't did all that. You want her to act a plumb fool, a buffoon. Listen, she gonna say do it and wave your hand up in the air when you walk. Be a buffoon.
Right now, you go down and you tell this photographer, love the collection, do it now. Right now. Do it. Wait. Yes, now. There's nothing going on.
People were laughing in the middle of her ending, and I was
Y'all seeing that? Do it. Do it right now. Wave your hand when you walk around. Just be a plumb jackass. Well, this is after, straight after. Tiffany still has not realized, it has not sunk into her head what she has done. She has taken the shine away from the designer. He has worked all year. Can you imagine training for my athletes out there? Training all year because it don't come around every year. Like the Olympics, you train all year because they getting ready to pick the basketball team for the Olympics. This is just for instance. You done trained all doggone year, waking up at the crack of dawn, crying because you get hurt, scared because you might not make it, coming up short, money tight. You done put all your efforts into this one event that's coming up because this can put you on the map. Only to have it crash, snatch smooth from up under you because we don't know who the designer is. Tiffany has took all that shine because all the folks is talking about Tiffany Haddish. And she has not let it hasn't even sunk into her head because she just got this big ass smile on her face. Like everything's everything. Like it's cool. And these people right here bigging her up. But pay attention to the end when she's talking. And she says, I hope they invite me back next year. Them folks try to break out so fast and didn't want to come back on camera. Because it could have been receipts for her to say, well, they said, they said I can come back next year. They agreed with me. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody going to back Tiffany after this. Watch how they do. Let's roll the tape.
like, did we do something wrong? And everyone was like, Tiffany, she destroyed. Everyone would laugh at her.
We did the whole walk. I walked the whole thing. I almost went down the stairs. And I walked around to my seat when I sit again. Into my seat like I wasn't doing it.
I knew I made a mistake when I put the two of you together.
Love that.
Love that.
I mean,
A danger.
first of all, the Haddish
First of all,
with the Hilton.
second of all, third
It's
of
gonna
all.
be a problem. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be
We
a
love you.
memorable moment.
Thank
for
you so
everyone.
much for coming.
Thank you so much for
inviting me.
coming.
I hope I get invited again.
Yeah, she's
That's
designer.
why
Hold on, wait a
when I
second.
got
Use the
up.
doggone caption up here. Tiffany Haddish explains what happened at the, what is that, Munson fashion show? Designer cuts out the, this is the doggone designer. Oh my God. I just read the doggone caption, y'all. Let me make it big screen because y'all know the sister ain't got her specs on. Look at this. Look, will somebody come look at this? This is the doggone designer. Did you read the headline up? I did not. I just seen this because it was so small. Y'all know I can't see that. I'm squinting. I'm like, baby, that's what he cut out on her sister. He ain't happy. He pissed the hell off. Tiffany trying to make amends because, okay. Huh. Maybe she do have a little sense, or maybe somebody put something in her ear. She tried to get them on camera. I knew it was something. I said them receipts is potent. I ain't know who it. This is the doggone designer himself. He sure cut out. Look, let me run this back. Let me run this back. This the designers, y'all. Fake laugh. Oh, let's listen.
My seat like I wasn't doing it.
I knew I made a mistake when I put the two of you together. It seems.
Love that.
That's
Did
gonna
y'all hear him?
Danger.
I knew I made a mistake when I grouped everybody together. This requires some more in depth for this little part right here. This requires a little more depth. Let me see. Okay. Hello,
I walk
Martin.
around to my seat when I see the guys into my seat like I wasn't doing it.
I knew I made a mistake when I put the two of you
Say
together.
hello,
It
you.
seems.
Love that.
That's gonna, I mean,
A danger.
first of all, the Haddish
First of all,
with the Hilton,
second of all, third
it's
of
gonna be a
all.
problem. It's gonna be fun.
Okay,
It's gonna
hold
be
up.
a
He ain't
memorable
happy.
moment
Thank
for
you so
everybody.
He is not happy. He is not happy. It was like, first of all, let me tell you something about white folks. Because I worked with a bunch of folks in corporate. Okay, I know the signs. I know how they talk. I know how they can act. He is not happy. I did not know this was. I'm thinking this is just some folks she know. I'm thinking she's trying to get some receipts, y'all. That's what I was thinking. You know, a little back and a little comfort. Because she on her own selfie. Y'all just heard me say it? He said, first of all, second of all, third of all. That's hooker. I would have cussed you out so bad. But I would sit here and fake laugh with you. And I'm going to burn out. When you ask me, can you come back? Can you come back next year? I'm burning out. She's like, wait, it makes sense now. Oh, okay. Listen to what he said. First of all, second of all, third of all. Tiffany thinks it's a game. He pissed off.
Just like Tiffany, she destroyed everyone with laughter.
Did you hear what he said? Tiffany, she destroyed. Everyone was laughing. This man is pissed. Listen to what he's saying. He's not co-signing for you, Tiffany. He's upset. Look at his face in the freeze frame. He's looking dead at her. Tiffany got the biggest smile. Do you see a smile on that man's face? No. Ain't no smile on his face. His lips tight together. He mad than a mother sucker. Let's listen to it.
I walked the whole thing. I almost went down the stairs. And I walked around to my seat when I see the guys into my seat like I wasn't doing it.
I knew I made a mistake when I put the two of you together. It seems.
Love that.
That's gonna, I mean,
A danger.
first of all, the Haddish
First of all,
with the
second of
Hilton,
all,
Microaggression.
it's gonna be a problem.
You see that? Microaggression. I told you I done work with these folks before. I know it like I know it. Microaggression. First, I broke it down before I can't see this little bitty writing. But I knows. I've been amongst them. First of all, second of all, third of all. Did y'all see it? It's that microaggression. Do y'all know what a microaggression is? Baby, it's when they say stuff without saying it. I just broke it down. Oh, Lord have mercy, Tiffany. It's over for you. It's over for you. Baby, you took his shine away. Let me run it back, y'all, one more time. Y'all peep game.
she destroyed
He
everyone with
destroyed
laughter.
everyone with his laughter.
I walked the whole thing. I almost went down the stairs. And I walked around to my seat when I see the guys into my seat like I wasn't doing it.
I knew I made a mistake when I put the two of you together. It seems.
Love that.
That's gonna, I mean,
A danger.
first of all, the Haddish
First of all,
with the
second of
Hilton,
all,
Microaggression.
third
it's
of
gonna be a
all.
problem. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be
We
a
love you.
memorable moment.
Thank
for
Now
you
let's
so
watch
much.
this.
Thank you so much for inviting me. invited me. I hope I get invited again. Because when I got up, no, wait, but when I
Look,
got up,
look at him trying to get away. Look at him.
wait,
He ain't trying to hear that. He ain't trying to hear that. No, Tiffany, you're not getting invited back. Girl, sometimes you got to understand when to pump your brakes and when to say, hell no, to the no, no, no. Oh, Martin, if you want to support the show, that just reminded me, you can cash at me at $247 the Queen. That's right. $247 the Queen. Yeah, if you want to support the show. Yeah, Tiffany, she done messed up. She done messed up. I'm gonna let this run. Y'all gonna hear two aspects from two different people who, want to give their opinion.
Tiffany Haddish will go down
Hey, Trinity,
regretting her
we
choice
share.
at the New
Good.
York Fashion Week. The
How you
stunt that she
doing?
did of walking the runway at a show that was not hers to walk. Not because she did it, but why she did it. And I just watched a video and there was a comment on it regarding this that was saying those Hilton women would have never done this to like Beyonce. And there's a reason for this. When you move into a new town, the vultures, they can pick out the newcomer who needs them. Bullies and mean girls can like spot a pick-me from a mile away. And a pick-me is someone with low self-esteem. When you stand for nothing, you will fall for anything. And that's what happened here. Tiffany Haddish did not have the self-esteem as you would have seen Beyonce in this moment. Because first of all, the Hilton people would have never even attempted to ask Beyonce to do this because they would have felt by her very presence, her very aura would have let the Hiltons know to never ask Beyonce to do
gave
this
one
sort
little
of
look
stunt.
at them. They would have known.
So I want you to tap into the energy of Beyonce versus the energy of Tiffany Haddish in this moment, and how they victimized Tiffany because she was victimizable. She was a pick-me energy. She was leaning into them for approval. Beyonce would have never leaned into the Hiltons for approval. If anything, they would have leaned into Beyonce for Beyonce's approval.
I know that's
Feel
right.
how that feels. Like kind of lean into what I'm saying here. And so if you tend to be someone who is easily victimized, lean into your inner Beyonce, your inner Lady Gaga, and feel how that feels so different than leaning into the like me, love me, I'll do anything to get you to like me, where like Lady Gaga and Beyonce don't have to do that. And find inside of yourself if that lives inside of you, and if that's why you're picking the wrong friends, the wrong career, the wrong experience, etc., because that exudes from you. You might have the best hair, the best outfit, the best makeup, all of the things, but this energy that you carry around with you is bigger and louder than you are. And in the moment of Tiffany Haddish being victimized by bullies, she came in with a beautiful outfit. She looked stunning, but her energy preceded all of that. It jumped ahead of all of the beauty and success that she's had, because that is who she is inside. She is a victim inside of self.
I totally agree.
And they picked up on that. And so will everyone around you if you are a victim. And this is what people prey on. This is what, bosses prey on, friends, society preys on. They pick up that like a dog. And the Hiltons picked up on that in Tiffany like a dog. So recognize that in self. Are you walking around in your Beyonce energy, or are you walking around in your victim energy? Because that energy precedes everything that you have going on outside of self. So I
So
hope that.
everybody's talking about Tiffany Haddish crashing the Monse runway show during New York Fashion Week, and understandably so. But I don't hear nearly enough people talking about the implications this has for the Hiltons and what it says about them. So I'm going to take it
Good.
upon
'Cause
myself to
nobody
do it.
point out them Hilton.
There is a difference between white people and people who happen to be white. The Hiltons are white people. What do I mean by that? In that moment, the way they were talking, the way Kathy was talking to her specifically was very demanding, very aggressive,
Mm-hmm.
suggests
Pick up on
that
that.
she doesn't look at Tiffany as an equal. She looks at Tiffany as somebody who's there to provide her with a service, that service being entertainment.
Yep.
Tiffany just sitting down side by side with the Hiltons is not where Kathy thinks she should be.
Not at all.
Subconsciously, psychologically, because that implies that they are peers
Exactly.
and that they are equals. One of the symptoms of a white person, not a person who happens to be white, is that they have a strong response mechanism to being in the room with POC, definitely black people, who are there under the same pretenses, and you're not there to provide them with a service. Even if the service is just to be unnecessarily aggressively jovial and put them at ease. And as myself, I can speak on my life and say that
Let
I've
me
been
pause this
around.
real quick. So let me break that down if you don't understand what a sister's saying. That old money known as Kathy Hilton, the mama that was commanding Tiffany. Before we get out of here, I'm gonna play that one more again. Commanding, people trying to say it was a dare. Commanding Tiffany to do it. That was putting Tiffany in her place. Okay. It's too many aspects to this to make me question what's up with Kathy Hilton. She was putting Tiffany in her place. She might not have liked the man. Like I said, it's some things going on there. Cause they've been in that atmosphere for a minute. I'm talking about them Hiltons, Kathy and them. That's what they do. They go to tea, brunch. They live the soft life for real. The soft life for real. Okay. So she letting everybody in that room know. I'm Kathy Hilton. Watch me make another human do what I say do. And her being a sister, oh yeah. Jump, puppy, jump.
Both types. I've been around white people and people who happen to be white, and I've been around them across various socioeconomic thresholds. The people who feel the need to be entertained always reveal themselves immediately upon interacting with me, because I don't feel pressured to entertain you. I don't feel pressured to justify why I'm here.
Right.
Knowing that the odds are not in my favor, I probably have more merit than most of the people in this room to be here. I'm not going to walk around and wear that on my shoulders, but that's the reality of the world that we live in. And I deal with the world as it is, not as it should be. Those white people never liked me. I've never had a white friend, but I've had friends who have happened to be white, because the white people who were in the room with me, I made them incredibly uncomfortable. I didn't feel the need to try and disarm them and get them to like me. I don't care if you like me, because like I said, I'm here on merit. I deserve to be here off the strength. Whether I come in here and I do this with everybody in the room, or if I sit here and I just stare and I take in the environment, either way you slice it and dice it, I deserve to be here. So I'm not going to apologize for that.
No, and you're not gonna kowtow, you not gonna shake, shuck and jive is what they used to say. Because that's what Tiffany was doing, a shucking and a jiving. Let me bring her back up here. A shucking and a jiving. Hold on. Let me get this back right. Tiffany, a shucking and a jiving, y'all. That's what she was doing. Let's just look at the room. I'm gonna let her finish what she's saying. I want y'all to peep that room. Peep the atmosphere atmosphere. Hold on. I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna make this picture big. I want y'all to peep the atmosphere. Let me take Tiffany down again. Y'all peep the atmosphere? Let me bring her back up. Do you see what I see? What? Look at the people in the room. How many chocolate folks you see in that room? I mean, even if they not chocolate, how many caramel folks you see in that room? So now do you understand about shucking and a jiving? She dancing. She dancing. Cooning and all that. Buffooning. Continue.
Feel better about my presence. That interaction at the Monse
Wait a
show
minute.
just shows that
The
Kathy,
morning
I'm
show?
going to single out Kathy because she's the one who did
Oh,
most
no,
of the
yeah.
talking. And even though the laughter from her children didn't do them any favors, in my opinion, but I'm going to focus on the person who actually did the talking. That interaction shows me that Kathy does not have, I'm not going to say any black people, but she doesn't have a significant enough number of black people in her life that she views as peers and colleagues, never mind friends. Because if she did, she would have never felt comfortable approaching Tiffany Haddish like that in a public place.
You sure wouldn't have.
And Tiffany, unfortunately, is one of those black people and POCs who feels like they have to justify why they are in the same space.
Right.
I'm not one of those people.
Me neither.
And I guarantee you, if Tiffany was not one of those people, Kathy would not like her.
Exactly.
Kathy would be very passive aggressive with her. Kathy would have a lot of microaggressions towards
I'm
her.
co-signing all that.
And why do I feel comfortable saying that with my whole chest? Because that is what white people, not people who happen to be white, have done to me my whole life.
Y'all heard it. So the question stands. Was Tiffany selling out, shucking and a jiving, trying to be part of, trying to fit in, get in where she can fit in? Was she shucking and a jiving, or was she a victim? Those are your two pictures. I don't know. They got you clone Martin. Y'all say hello to Martin show. I don't know. It's some clones out here. Y'all got two bots in the chat. Y'all confusing me. Or was she a victim? I brought this information to you guys just to get y'all thoughts. Y'all drop it in the chat. Drop it in the comments after the show ends today. You can always support the show. You can always support. Make this big and better, baby. But was Tiffany a shucking and a jiving? That's the question. Or was she a victim? From everything you know about Tiffany, everything I at least told you, if you didn't know anything about Tiffany Haddish. I just need my people to stand for something. Because if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. You fall for anything. Let me get Tiffany up out of here before I get mad. I'm going to go ahead and end the show, guys, because there's going to be another broadcast later on tonight, or probably later on this afternoon. We're going to talk about Blade. That's right. I hope y'all tune in for this show. I will schedule it so you will know ahead of time that the show is going to go down. Have y'all heard of black vampires? Oh yeah, baby. Black vamp. I just let me say this before I get out of here. I always liked the movie Blade, but I was today's years old when I found out it was about a daywalker, a vampire. He was a daywalker, a vampire that can walk in the daylight. You know the stories of vampires. Most vampires cannot, none of the vampire stories. Matter of fact, these folks have to be in a coffin and come out at night to suck the blood. You know? I did not know. I'm thinking this is some kind of action movie. I don't know why I never picked up on the concept that Blade, these folks was telling you the melanin is a superpower. A daywalker, a vampire who walks in the daylight, who combats the enemy of the other vampires. Baby, that went smooth over my head. Did it go over your head too? Let me know. I'm going to come back. We're going to talk about Blade because in 2025, there's a new Blade coming out. A new movie. They cast somebody else, but I think they could have gave, a cameo appearance, at least, to the original Blade. But also, I mentioned the day walking vampire because, baby, quiet as it's kept, but I'm about to blow it out the water. There is a real vampire. Y'all got to tune in. I got the video. Tune in this evening. It's a real Blade out here in these streets. I want to hear what you got to say. And we're going to check out Blade later. Miss Tiffany, girl, I'm going to need you to get it together, all the way together. I appreciate everybody in the chat for stopping in. Martin, I'm going to need you to get one photo. Okay? I believe you get one photo because I believe that you botting me down there. But I appreciate you guys stopping in, dropping in your comments. The ones that come at the replay, drop your comments. Tell me, was Tiffany a sellout or a victim? I need to know. Much love. Y'all tune in later. Let's talk about Blade.